Suppose it's 2 below 0 Fahrenheit, and you left a bag of clay outside for, a week. It's frozen solid. Is there any salvaging it? Yes. Saving frozen clay is very simple. Thaw it out, and then wedge the ever living crap out of it. Clay manufacturers will tell you not to let your wet clay freeze, and that's because when clay freezes, the water inside it expands, leaving behind air bubbles when it thaws. And that water gets redistributed unevenly upon thawing, so you'll wind up with some lumps of clay that are hard, some that are gooey soft. Wedging solves both issues and brings your clay back to a perfectly usable condition. Thaw the clay at room temperature in a tightly sealed plastic bag. Give it several days to thaw. The quickest and easiest way to wedge together soft and hard clays is by cut wedging. Take the hunk of clay and cut it in half with a wire tool. Rotate each half 90 degrees and slam them together. Rotate it 90 degrees again and repeat. You can see that when you do this, you cut one layer of clay into two, and then two into four, and four into eight, taking advantage of the power of exponents to quickly mix the clay into a million thin layers. When the clay is relatively homogeneous, I like to then spiral wedge to push out any air bubbles. It is a bit stiff like this, I'll be honest. Whatever method of wedging you use works fine. And now the previously frozen clay is as good as new, ready to use. You may find that your clay dries out a little bit in this process. It is a bit stiff. Some of the condensation that froze might be lost upon thawing, or you might try to thaw it too fast and dry out the clay. All this wedging can also lose water to the surface that you're wedging on. And this was the case for me. I used this clay to throw cups off the hump, and it was too dry, too hard, and therefore not plastic enough. Everything was tearing and folding, and I couldn't make a single thing. But I saved all the clay, wedged it again with the added water from all of my failed attempts to throw with it, and the next time everything worked great, and I made a bunch of cups out of this previously frozen clay. Commercial clay is largely a mixture of natural materials, all of which spent millions of years outside, undergoing extreme processes of temperature and pressure. It's just not a sensitive material, and almost anything that you do to it can be fixed with just a little knowledge and elbow grease.